Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Coach Strand. A big weekend ahead after a long break. First of all, what's it been like getting the guys back together again and hopefully ramping up now again for a big series?
Yeah, no, super excited to get the guys back. Break was probably timing wise in a good fashion as far as health, injury. Family is really important to all of us, so I thought that timing was good. But the freshness on their face coming back was great to have them back.
We'll take questions for Coach here. We got Kevin, we got Don. You guys can both jump in whenever. Go ahead, Kevin.
Coach, you've had some time to kind of reflect on the first half, the things that obviously you like, things maybe you hope to do better. Could you maybe give the team a grade for the first half, just overall? You work at an academic institution, a grade for how you thought it went.
Well, 8-8-2 for me would be about as C as you can get a C. But at the same time, I thought there were some flickers of some really good play. We've got to find our biggest in reflection. A lot of it's got to do with consistency. Can we find a group that wants to night in, night out show up on the same page? And I think not only as a team, but individually to make sure that that team occurrence happens with the consistency part. But it's also, I think, when you get into this, I think you've got to compare lineups. You've got to compare to settings that were allowed you to find balance in your group, and hopefully we can get some health around where we've got a pretty balanced group back together.
Coach, you mentioned the word health. Where do things stand as you start the second half of the season?
It's first time in a long while we've had all skaters on the ice together. Maybe a couple oranges here or there. There were some guys that got dinged up a little bit just prior to break that came back better than they left, but not completely healthy. But I'm hoping that today is everyone's in a normal color. No one's got an injury jersey on at all, which would be a good sign for us. And it's been a long time coming. In some of them, I think just out of timing, you take Tony, for example. I think he's just lost so many reps over the duration that he was out. Maverick lost so many reps over the duration they're out that they're coming back, and their pace of coming back might just be a touch slower maybe than it would have been if it wasn't such a long stint.
Are you pleased conditioning-wise after the long break? The guys did a fairly decent job of staying in condition, or?
Very happy. I thought we do a skate test. The guys kind of knocked it out of the park in a lot of regards. I thought we left in good condition, minus the bumps and bruises side of life. But as far as conditioning side, and then I also think a lot of you oftentimes get to this time of year, you look around the room and you're like, okay, his gear's still here, his gear's still here. We had a couple that didn't take their gear, and they were the right guys that left their gear behind. They had played enough.
You'd kind of gone with a goalie rotation toward the latter stages of the first half. Is that your thinking, is to continue that as you now start play here in January?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make sure. I think twofold. Like, the early going, obviously with Rance coming back from injury and finding his rhythm of trying to get some stretch time where he wasn't going backwards at all with his health. Once we got to that point, I thought you found the rotation to be pretty regular. Going in the second, I'm not. We've kind of all said it's a blank canvas. We had an 18-game stretch there to really get to know under the hood, inside and out, one another. And it's going to come down right now for me. Best players, best positions will probably find more ice time than spread around. Minus a couple guys because of injury or other areas of their life. No one played less than half the games in the first semester.
What's one thing after reflecting on the first half that you felt the team did really well that you'd like to hope they continue doing the same way in the second?
I thought our possession game grew. I thought we really started well on the possession side of the puck, and I thought we had a lull, and then I thought it really grew towards the end again. If we can be stingier defensively, it's gonna probably a lot of it's gonna be strung out from managing pucks and turnovers and possessing more and less. I would consider them hope plays, I guess. We just got to keep finding a way, because when our group stays over it, I do think we've got a group that can stay over a puck and protect well and possess.
Coach Augustana, this has the potential, because of the proximity and the ease of travel, this has the potential pretty quickly to turn into a decent rivalry. Just your thoughts about starting play against a new program that has had some decent success early on.
I think they've played exceptionally. Garrett's done a great job with his group. Their staff has put together a group, I think, with some balance as far as portal players, freshman players. They've had a goalie rotation themselves that's had some guys in the net that have done well. They got out of break and played Notre Dame right away, which is to their advantage probably to get a series under their belt right away. And the rivalry for me extends. I just came from a all coaches meeting on campus, and there's no hiding punches about how our 530 athletes probably feel about the athletes at that institution. There's already a rivalry. It just hasn't hit hockey yet. And to your point, I do believe it's something that will grow in a good fate because of all the other competition among sports.
I'll piggyback off a little bit what I asked last time. I asked one thing you thought you did well. Now, one thing maybe after reflecting that you hope in the second half to improve upon, from where you are now till the end of the season.
Well, I thought our defending became stronger as the break maybe came on. We defend different than they had in the past as far as the way we play. So I thought there was some adjustment period. But we've got to lock down the guts of the rink a little bit better for me. I didn't like that there was rebound goals and second opportunities. And Kevin, it'd be hard to, you always want stronger special teams. The special teams got to grow. But again, I do think the numbers, this might be the wrong way to say it, but the tryout process of opportunities and slotting in those situations, that's kind of over. And I think we've kind of come to some groups here that can kill and can power play. But we still got to grow depth that way.
Anything else for Coach? I will appreciate you joining us this morning, and looking forward to a good series here. First one against Augustana.
Thank you.